everyone. Let's just take a moment to breathe if you're going to listen on with me. And I have my sunglasses on because if you know what's going on in my life, Matthias De Stefano and I have this soul human reunion, and it's taking a while because ego tripping is in the way of it. And he's hurting me in the head space energetically for a good part of 24 hours now, off and on with barely any break in between because of egoic clinging to life to make me conform to his crap ego beliefs. So I'm a bit sensitive to light and I'm just tired of calling on the light, my light team, and my energetic being working with them. It won't cease. It's just really annoying that someone is so consistent for so long now at being a tantrum brat to get his way, which isn't very nice because it's just not a nice way to live. But you know, you can talk and talk and talk, and he'll keep putting on his Hollywood communication, his superiority demands. Look at me maneuvering things in your field, same story cycle for ages, based on his soul lower intent that I should have done things his way. And this includes watching him talk to other people as a means of getting messages across to me. So essentially in riddles, I should watch him talk to others, and he lives a separate existence as long as he wants, to make sure I live to his particular past experience, like history in this life, conditions. And we all know when we meet someone new, it's new. You can't say, and I don't care when, you can't say in a month's time once you know them, in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year's time, I've decided that my lower vibrational ways of historically managing my life, I'm going to put these tendencies on you so that I feel better, that I feel safe, that I feel secure. Yeah, I don't care whenever that gets dropped on me. It will be confronted third eye head on. So clarity of my being. No, excuse me, we'll be talking about how we function together, and it is going to be of a higher vibrational nature. So it's going to be the brave heart platform between the solar plexus and the heart. This is consciousness. It's going to be there and above, and anything that happens below in relationship starts here. We don't live down here. What's in my pockets gives me power. What's on my phone and me in the world is my power source, and I get to stand above you and claim you should do things my way. You know, this kind of thing. This is exactly what it is. And, you know, all of this, I know from that stance I hold, the facing life bravely through fears and growing and giving your heart everything can be intelligently worked through in life. So I know, and I've always invited him to talk to me. We have our own lives so far. We have this world that's going through the uprising. If you got any problems with the way you like to function to the way I like to function, show up. Okay? That's it. No one's going to tell me what to do with me or at a distance. And that's simple. It's heart foundation. It's not down at my hips power, like you're not getting anything until you do as my hips say. It's not ego. It's not power tripping sexuality. You can't have this, No, not at all. It is heart and above. So it's not my body. It's my heart. It's my soul. If I don't stay at my heart healthily, then I'm not content living my soul. Your soul is of a higher vibrational nature. Your human personality gets carried away in stuff, and they can become like two people completely. The interior of the person is unhappy because the exterior circumstances it's had to live through becomes its identity. And so the soul is waiting for you to go, up you come in your consciousness. Come on, let go of the past. Like the colors, let go of the past. Come on, up you come all the way. You have to communicate with heart in the world. So that's where it's at for me. And I don't care who it is in the world. So, there's a lot in that for what's going on the planet at the moment to do with this powerful soul reunion. But never, ever, 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 ever is it power below the waist. Okay, it's not based on looks or money or what you have so that you can manipulate others. When you finally get through your fears at the solar plexus in life and you can actually see clear that you're not manipulated by life, which has essentially been fear driven, so it's going to hang around at the solar plexus. So you can literally think of yourself as, do I rise each day feeling manipulated, controlled, like I don't actually feel content in my life, I'm just doing what I have to or what I'm told? Well, this is where the spiritual path becomes more of spirit. So you have to go distance yourself from the world to rise in your consciousness, not get taken over by the density, quite literally. What's created, who's controlling, they tell me what I can have, etc., etc. The more and the better rising consciousness that I've been seeing, the more I've done my work to see it. Like everyone else is, like you draw to you those that are of the same I want to say true believers, but we are not like believers in something out there. We know that putting the work in at the heart to get out of old or being told that we don't have freedom and we have to live a certain way, we just know we didn't come here for that. A lot of us. So that's the work really, from the solar plexus to the heart, that people and a lot of men as well. You have to break through what you think is power in this world, like controlling or having or appearance driven. And you really do have to not be manipulated by it, because it is so easy, especially for men going up like 30, if they continue it into their 30s without actually expanding at the heart, like expanding in a relationship that's healthy or with support that's healthy. They can keep going in the lower power centers, and it's just so like unconscious driven, because we didn't just come here to accumulate the solid. So it really matters that you take the time to disidentify from the solid, which is, I know if I look a certain way, I'll get certain attention. I know if I appear and I can do these certain things, I'll get attention. Yes, but you will be called in consciousness for higher as well. So if you think you got it all cute and cozy and sorted out, that's good, that's fine, but it's not going to stay exactly that. And that's where the boys get trapped, and a lot of women too. But it's because they connect in it and they're so sure that that's the vibration of love. We've got it made. Like it could be position, it could be attractiveness, it could be money, what comes along with that, status, popularity, etc. Which means they then don't have an inner eye for expanse. They're more, how are the eyes looking at me and I've got it made? How are people giving attention to me and I've got it made? You can have that, but you have to mature through it and not use it like that's actually your power source. We come back to the sun, light, right? The sun. So the feel of light there. We're getting like a higher speed into the heart. And when I think of heart these days, I can't help but think of such grand expanse. This is the intelligence I am here for us to open up to. So it really comes down to whether we are manipulated by what's created already, and we decide we are the walking emblems of that, right? Which seems to change, and yes, you can buy different things, you can meet different people, you can travel different places, but if you get stopped in your tracks and something shakes you up, it's shaking you up for a reason. Now, something can shake you up and you'll get a gut response. And then if you stay with that gut response, it's going to say to you nothing at all, like in a way that it's not going to speak to you, and you're going to feel the vibration of it, that it doesn't match you because you're resonating higher. All right? So like, we live in a world, things happen, okay, you just accept, right? But if something hits you, like something shakes you up because like you think you got life sorted out and something shakes you up, it's not going away. It's because it's shaking you up. You. Up. So what I mean by that is what I was saying with the light, the solar plexus, got it all sorted. But when something shakes you up, what fear surfaces? Because it's the solar plexus. This is my identity in the world, but this is my identity of soul. So when soul calls, which is the shake up, because soul will, something in the world will get the attention of the soul. The soul will want to give it attention, but the human has lived this, that, and the other with fears. The fears will come to the surface. Now, will the person, because all different fears, there's all different ways of looking at how to alchemize fears into light. Rather than, I'm going to take this down, I'm going to densify it into the solid nature of life, into just talking about it and not doing anything about it. And when you do that, it can turn into like gossip, all sorts of distortion instead of healthy relation, because it's asking you to release the fear and open up light, right? Because it goes higher speed in our consciousness for the connection as a galactic being. We all are. We all are, because when we go back to spirit, we go back to spirit form, but then whatever our souls have then experienced here or not experienced in our learning, we go on to learn more. So we might go to other places in the universe, in the cosmos. So we are galactic. So it's no surprise that light is here and saying, hey, you've never really been alone, but now we're going to make sure you're aware of your whole design, and a lot of you will receive from us. And like when I was listening to my favorite astrologer not long ago today, she brought to the point to the surface the exact point that, so I want to bring two things together here. The fact that I told us we are of higher light speed as we raise in our consciousness out of fear, and we're a galactic being. And she brought to the forefront that galactic family, I can't remember her exact words, if anyone wanted to take over planet Earth or any other planet, but planet Earth we are on, it would have happened by now. But we're in a light shift, which is love, focus, and above. So it's not about fear. We're in a rise in consciousness to be open to them. Okay, it's not, oh no, they've finally decided to come because we're such bad humans, or we can easily be taken over. Are we not clever enough or smart enough or something like this? Well, see, it all answers in that one scope, doesn't it? We haven't been very clear. We've been operating in fear, and they are here to help. We are not essentially dumb. We've just hung around in fear instead of transmuting, like letting go problems. We keep holding them up and juggling them and whatnot as though it's a power play, a power trip, a control freak mentality. All right, but it's not the truth of our design, and I wish we would just wake up to it. And thank God a lot of us out, we're in that shift, and it really is an amazing reality. But I'm still reminded that, you know, people can act so self-centered and just want what they want because they can fall easily prey into victimhood of, I should be able to control. Don't you know who I am? Okay, that is not getting through fear of any issues between one and the other and into the heart for the light evolution, expanse of all of us. Like, we're continually in motion, growing. Why would you choose to keep solidifying issue? I'm not here to dance for anyone's change. I'm here to enjoy my life, and those at that vibration, we attract each other, and life goes forward like that. Life is a process. You don't sit somewhere on a stage or wherever, somewhere else, and point the finger, and that's your process. And you're just waiting. And see, this has been some horrible pasts on the planet. When I say past, we've all lived different lifetimes, so I've felt into and remember some pasts where that actually is supported, and then by all different means, due to all different positions, they can gather a horrible power momentum, and that's been the wonky, huge waves of imbalance that some humans aren't as good as those humans. But it's all illusion. So really, this video is about how people can live same ongoing and choose the same illusions to believe in without actually waking up. And I do really feel at the moment it brings clarity if you look at your life as a way of left brain likes to control structurally and think, and this is one-sided talk, think that it knows from what Earth has known so far. It's like it just one-sided left brain. It's like, I've known because Earth has known this so far. Okay, but what you got to remember, center alignment, is there's a right brain as well. And that includes what the left brainers like to think as the unknown, and we don't believe in the unknown. And this is just the insanity that sometimes makes me want to go, Urgh. Not the people, okay? You do what you like. I'm not like, oh, those left brainers or those glorious right brainers. I'm like, balance in the middle. How can we just be what we've already known? How can there not be anything else? This world really needs some grounding in the wholeness, because we are just like so smothered in like control and we know everything and stuff like this. And there is that division of the controllers and the structural definitive speakers to the right brainers who we're well aware of how to create. Like, we know the structures of this world. We use this left brain. Subconsciously, we've got patterns that have practiced and know how to do this. We know how to research. We're not stupid. But we have this whole other feeling aspect, okay? And the left brainers will say, feeling, oh, that's just for the girls, or that's just for them, or that's just for those people who call themselves psychic or anything like that. Okay, but the truth is, we're all developed that way. We are all spirit. So we all have connection to more. And so we literally look like idiots when we judge or criticize one or the other. But I'm just trying to bring both into play. I'm not criticizing either, because I've been a part of just the left, and it didn't feel good for my creative side and my wanting to express myself freely. And it was like, it is a battle within yourself when the world says it's just this way, but your feelings say, hell no, it's not. And so you're in this battle of yourself and you can't find the answers in the world. So you have to go the spiritual route to expand. And now you wake up to the fact that that is what we're all doing to assist this planet. I mean, take a look around at the imbalance. And it is due to the masculinity. So the left brain goes down the right side of the structure, and this is more of the yang masculinity, and force the way things should be. And then it's had a lot of support behind that as well. And to hell with the creativity and the feminine side. And I specifically noticed because I've had right side physicality issues and left side weakening because of various interplay of this in the world, my choices, and then coming out of that to find balance. So you keep aware of like how balanced you are. So that your temporary time here, your time in the play of illusion here is part of wholeness creation, not lower vibrational, hold things in place, the opposite to the truth. So we're going through the period of change where it's absolutely occurring that we don't give all our energy. We're not. That's the shift. We're not giving all our energy to those that like to constrict us a certain way. And I can't wait till this is more. But it is quite more now. So, your homework is the heart and the throat chakra, and then revisit what the solar plexus means. Okay? And do a little research. Don't just, I don't know. Do a little research on how far chakra studies have expanded and are continually expanded on. Like Carolyn Myss has a questionnaire on her website, cmed.com, and takes 20 minutes, doesn't cost very much, and it assists you getting more clarity on the whole consciousness and how you're using it, so you can get insights about yourself. And it doesn't take much to get this research awareness and implement some. I do believe it will give you some implementing suggestions specifically for your questionnaire feedback from it, to integrate into life more of these truth aspects for you to bring yourself to light, your soul to light, you know? So you go within and you let yourself come out, rather than life comes at us and all we're dealing from is old fear structures, 3 levels down. Instead of the sun rising into the heart expression, and we practice this from knowing ourselves, we bring it out. Knowing ourselves, we bring it out. But that is not ever done completely in solitude, so you do reach out to teachers like, listen to Carolyn's works, Carolyn Myss, Sonia Chiquette, many others, just whatever you're drawn to in spirituality to uprise your spiritual, intuitive intelligence, because we're all intuitive. But on my website, theresasawareness.com. I have a light network page, and I have at least 30 to 40 teachers or facilitators, healers on there. They're well worth looking at. Lots of free information on what they do and how they assist. There is so much to fully just fall into a little bit of works that others have brought forth from their works of spirit and soul to get some hits of resonance to expand your soul. So it's really beautiful when you can come across how you may have held parts of you back, but those fears that you had, or the voice that felt like it had to be quietened, can free itself. Like, those fears don't really matter that much anymore, or I've grown out of those environments and I don't have to do that anymore. But in doing that, you do have to do the emotional observation, mental confrontation of yourself for the new, for the evolving you, okay? And stay light with yourself. Like, this is the way life is meant to be. I have to be my best friend in supporting this coming out from me. And as I do this, I want to be a doorway for others as well, like for themselves. That's why it's so beautiful to continue having chats about the truth of who we are, because we're right in it. You can picture us like light globe lamps, kind of like this tree structure, right? See the tree, like the base and the round, and so this is like heart, throat, and expanse. You can picture us being supported by everything. Universal support teams, various galactic systems that want to communicate, and it was assigned for these times. So now's the time that if it feels crazy to do something new and different, trust it. And I don't mean anything of a lower vibration. I mean, if you feel some excitement that you want to do something, like what does it mean to communicate in this way, research it. Anything that's new and different. Say you're usually like a left brain organized kind of person, but you do have like a voice that has wanted to hear others' expression, to bring something forth, and you don't know what it is. This is it, okay? Because we are not one-sided, needing to know everything and how it's ever occurred and how it should be, etc., etc., because heart intelligence and above is a different kind of flow. So we are right-brained as well for this reason, that we are like light globes. So light yourself up and do things you want to do, and this becomes your new alignment foundation, because it is the truth. On this globe of a planet, we are light globes connected to so much more. It is not like silly little business being controlled. I do want to get a new card instead of, I've seen the canary for a few days now, and she has been around for over a week. Sing your own song. I mean, that's exactly where it's at. This beautiful picture. on the back. But let's get a new card. I think it's going to be an angel card. Thank you, beautiful canary. We shall make sure we sing our own song. And not stay rigid in the thought process of that. That's why we can do things so autopilotly if we are so structurally organizers. We can hear things that are spirit messages, like sing your own song. And then we go straight back to how do we construct that. But singing your own song means you are energy in momentum. So you have to lighten up your whole body, really. You do literally have to, like, and Sonia Choquette is very good at this, intuitive teacher. Because I think it was at least 10 to 15 years ago where I first heard her say, just put on some music and dance for 3 minutes around the house, or like no one's watching or whatever, because you want to shake up your mind, your brain's routine, to remind yourself that you are more than your 9 to 5 or your just these roles, or just make the time to do something unpredictable, spontaneous, to tell yourself, right, it's okay, all right? And you might feel like a nutcase because, no, I'm the kind of person that's busy and must do this and must do that, and I don't do that kind of thing. But you are that person as well, all right? So if there's parts of you that don't feel like they're growing, or you don't feel fulfilled, you can't look outside of you and say, oh, it's my partner's fault, or I don't have time because I've got to do this. You've actually got to fulfill energetically and live more of these parts of yourself. Might just be a little change, but it's not going to kill you to just move your body around or do a different kind of exercise, or just do something else creatively in your day to free your spirit. Because we're spirits. We're not rigid, you know? So don't think rigid when you hear something like sing your own song. Feel free to sing it freely. All right. See if I can take my glasses off. Matthias has still been mucking around in my head energy because he's quite restrictive in his thought process, that things should be sort of safely laid out and then he knows the steps to take. But this is part of embracing a bigger perspective of evolution in oneself and all. And you have to free up some space for the universe to get in. Okay, the unknown to do its thing. We're not just soul, S-O-L-E, creators. And I am tired of co-creation statements being thrown around if people aren't really embedding top to bottom, bottom to top, that we are co-creating, and we need to remind ourselves of that. Because we can just sort of take control and take charge of other people or things, and we just don't loosen up and let our spirits actually live. And this is the kind of messes on planet Earth that, you know, we go, oh God, what do we do? Okay, well, we're in an opening shift. And we have beautiful support card from the angels. So spiritual guidance looking over the earth and us. Excellent. best card to get for our chat. All right, support. And it's from this Angels book. This is like 30 years old now, but I think it was my first, and it's my favorite. God, the angels, and the ascended masters who love, protect, and guide you are watching over you right now. You are not alone, and you are safe. This card reassures you that you are part of an awesome and powerful team of benevolent beings. They surround, guide, and love you constantly. If you are in danger, they will intervene with warnings or life-saving measures. If you are afraid, they will comfort you with the energy of divine love. If you are confused, they will whisper guidance in your ear. By drawing this card, your angels and guides ask you to talk to them more frequently. Have mental conversations with them about everything, and you will soon see evidence of their existence. Soon the angels will enlist you to help other people. If you ever feel doubtful about your ability to help others, ask the angels to help you release these fears. Exactly. Look at the illustration on the back of these cards. It's gorgeous. Earth angels. We're all connected. We've all traveled many places, and now we're here to help. On Mother Earth. My favorite Mother's Day mug. I love to show off. So that was a brilliant reminder of the truth. And isn't it amazing that you can go through life at the moment, a certain amount of decades before you can start to open up a little bit more at what was just a material grounding. So material you can look at, like my lovely teacher Carolyn Mace says, we're going from the love of power. So the material world association, you know, what power looks like to us as the old human way of looking at life, to the power of love. So we're rising in consciousness. So it's just amazing that it's normally around the third decade in life so far that we'll wake to that the material world is good, and it is this and it is that, but we're also here for more than that, because we're not just here for that, and we find it empty in the end because we are more than that, you know. Pretty cool time to be on Earth and to look back on Earth. Once we're here for a few more decades, and when we look back from spirit, after our bodies here and souls have walked their path, it'd be pretty cool to look back on all the empowerment rising into love. Oh, I can't wait. It just feels great that we're on that opening path. It's like when a chick comes out of an egg and it's just in that cracked open shell, but it's not too sure yet when it's going to get out, and nature has to take its course, like with the mother being present, or etc. And the shell can disintegrate a bit more, break down, soften, and the chick steps out. It feels like that, as though we're all part of that chick getting strength to do that. That's not to say that we're not already standing, but like as we all move together, that's where we're heading. Okay, so 10 minutes left on the hour, I believe. Oh no, 15. 45. I've had that 9 come up recently. I think I'll just take a second and I'll be back, and we'll do a short meditation and conversation with my guides. Okay, won't be long.